So Eleni, a question that parents often have is how to regulate themselves in the moment of conflict. And my question is EFT tapping a technique that can be used in the moment, or is it something you have to find time for, or leave, or go to a special space to do it? How does it work?
Absolutely, yeah. So it can be used in the moment. I use it in the moment all the time. I found it really effective for helping conflict or argument end in a constructive way because I'm more regulated. I'm staying regulated as I'm tapping. So, and it's so easy. You can do it in the car. You can do it. You're having an argument in the moment, you know, with your child at home. But you're going to be, you know, talking about whatever it is that you need to talk about anyway. So you might as well start tapping in order to stay regulated in the moment.
And is that the technique that you recommend for super fast regulation in the moment?
Yeah, this is literally super easy, and it's literally the easiest way to have a conversation and have conversational tapping and just be tapping and talking. So you're doing what you're doing anyway, you're talking with your child, but you're tapping in order to help stay regulated while you're doing that. Yeah.
So it can be used while you're talking?
Just out of curiosity, how do you feel now that we're talking and tapping? Does it feel kind of weird or awkward as we're doing it?
No, it is not awkward. It might be distracting for someone who does it the first time, but surely for the one who's doing it, you feel a calm and you feel a grounding that you're here. You feel your body, you're here in the moment.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it's doing. It's helping you stay grounded, stay connected in your body, and not get ahead of yourself in your head and your thoughts, and, you know, and staying present with the person. So you can just start tapping now as you're watching this if you want, and just literally notice that as you're tapping on, we call this a sore spot. You'll feel, we call it a sore spot because it's kind of sore if you massage it. And you can even massage rather than tapping. It's just, if you try massaging, you'll notice after a while you're going to start getting tired because it takes muscle strength. You know, you have to actually pressure. Whereas if you tap, it's just really relaxing and it's sustainable. So if you're having a conversation that needs to be had that might actually take quite a bit of time, you can tap through that very sustainably and comfortably and stay relaxed and grounded while you're having that difficult conversation with your child. Yeah.
How long would you recommend that this tapping exercise take place? How long?
I think as long as, so for example, right now, I'm feeling really relaxed, so I'd stop tapping. But if you're still feeling triggered by, it could be your child not answering a question, or not wanting to talk, or not looking at you, or being on their phone instead of being present, whatever it might be that's triggering that kind of, you know, surge of anger or frustration, that's probably a sign you need to keep tapping, because it's bringing up things for you, and it's an opportunity for you to process it. Yeah, in the moment.
And is it a technique that you can do with your child or teenager, or teach the child and teenager? Yeah,
absolutely. Eventually, if they're open to it, they're open to trying it, then you can also teach them, you know, if they're ready to try it. It's not something we force onto anyone, because generally you don't want to coerce or force, you know, a child to, you can't force someone to meditate, to tap, to do something that's going to help them de-stress if they're not ready to actually give it a go. But absolutely, if they're ready, then you can also teach it to your child. They'll learn just from seeing you regulating yourself and you dealing with stress in a different way. That in itself is going to model and inspire them to kind of be like, well, okay, what is this thing? And so in moments where they're stressed and they're struggling maybe to manage their emotions, whether it's a test, an exam, or something going on in school, then you can ask them if they'd like for you to tap with them, type of thing, to help them process what's happening as they're talking. And you can just tap and talk together, and they could tap on themselves. But even if they don't tap on themselves, they are going to get a benefit from you tapping while they're talking, because you're going to be calmer and you're going to be more approachable. And so it's a win-win either way.
And children learn best by what we do rather than what we say. So I think it's a really good modeling to them, apart from the benefits that we are as parents get ourselves.
Exactly, yeah.
So thank you so much for this demonstration, and for any parents who are interested to learn this technique and to explore how it can be useful to you in your daily life, we'll be starting a support group for parents, and we look forward to hearing from you.
You can check out the links in the description if you'd like to learn more.